Harrison, what's up, brother?
Hey, Mark, right?
Yeah, it's Mark. How's it going, man?
Yeah, good, man. I appreciate it. What's going on, man?
Not much, buddy. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. I've been hitting you up, so it's a pleasure having you on. In Nashville now, huh?
Yeah, no, we moved from Scottsdale. Yeah, we moved from Scottsdale to Nashville. My fiance moved in the week of 3M, and I came into the place at Wyndham's week after Wyndham. So, no,
Nice.
it's cool. So we love it here. It's great. So no, it's a cool place. We just purchased a new build that should be getting done around this time next year out in Hendersonville. So we're really excited about that. So it should be good.
Nice. Yeah, my buddy lives out in gosh, it's Arrington, I think, outside of
Okay.
Nashville. Yeah, it's a good spot, man. You found any
Yeah.
spots you like downtown yet?
Yeah, we got a few little good ones we like. I'm just trying to think of the names and stuff. Like, to be honest, we're literally right next to the Titan Stadium, and we actually haven't spent a whole lot of time downtown as much. But we got a lot of good like little restaurants on like our street where we live. We went to a really cool place last night for dinner. Um, just trying to think. Like, I haven't. Everyone's like raving about a couple of good steak places, so we got to get tucked into those. I think so. We'll figure
It's
that one out.
it's a good spot, man. The music and food,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, if you guys
Where?
like food, it's a good.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are you guys based?
We're out of DC. Yeah, so we're based like right in
Oh,
Northern Virginia, so like
cool.
pretty close to DC, like Fairfax County.
Yeah, nice,
Nice, man. But yeah,
nice.
man, a pleasure having you on, man. So like, how was this year, man? Is it the rookie season? Probably a grind, right? Like going through the first year on the
Yeah,
PGA Tour.
yeah. Rookie year's always, yeah, it's always a big learning experience, and you're trying to learn the ropes as well as play good against the best players in the world. So, there's a lot of components, but as the year goes on, you get a little bit more comfortable, and week to week you seem to define your roots a little bit better. But no, I'm excited for next year. It's great going in. It's kind of like my second year on Corn Ferry, really. Like, it's
Right.
your first year is, you're figuring out where you want to play, where you don't want to play, and and then you come out and you have that plan, and then you go, and it kind of feels a little bit easier. So it's great. I had a good chat with my caddy this morning, actually, about this on the way to practice. And it's great going to pretty much every week that I know. So we know what to expect, what to do, and how to perform, and what we got to do to perform. So yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, that's
Harrison,
awesome. Yeah,
are
go ahead,
are
bud.
there some things from the schedule over the past year that you maybe want to change going into this year to kind of set you up for success?
Look, yes and no. PGA Tour just does such a, like, every week's really good out there. I mean, even
Right.
your opposite field events are great. I mean, Truckey's awesome. You've also you've got a couple of events now that are up against. We've got a few new events. We've got the Myrtle Beach, and
Hmm.
we got those events that are going against up against, sorry, the designated events. So, obviously, if I don't play my way into those into next year, you've still got a same opportunity that week. So it's yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, like, the schedule, and obviously now too. I was actually on the phone to my agent before I came on with you guys. There's going to be some DP World Tour opportunities as well to play. I love playing over there. I've always enjoyed playing, a little bit in Europe, and yeah, so it's cool. So I'm excited for 2024, and it's nice to have a big time off. Last year it was, you get your tour card, and you have a week and a half off, and then you roll straight into the big tour, and
Right.
it's that's tough. Like, I was wrecked after the fall last year because I went down to Australia and played. So this year I didn't go down and play. Had got some time off, and yeah, just really working on work. We like, the great thing about the tour is, I didn't know this until a couple of weeks ago. they have a really good stat analysis that sends all your stats a year, and you can really see where you got to improve, where you got to get better. It's awesome. Like the information that PGA Tour provides us is phenomenal, and really having a good debrief with my coach, my caddy, my team. It just makes going into next year a lot clearer. It's like, okay, well, we were minus 10.55 shots gained left to right putting. So
That's
I was pretty shit at left to right putting. So it's like, like when but that's the thing, like, sometimes constructive criticism in our sport is some of the most useful tools. And, when you get a punch in the face by a stat like that, when you think you're good, and then you're comparing that to Victor Hovland, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, Jason Day, like you name it, you're like, yeah, no, I've got some hard work to do. So it's going to be a good year. I'm really excited for a new challenge out there next year, and it should be fun.
So you got a spot that you're really looking forward to next year that you guys visited on the tour last year?
Oh man, I love the Players Championship. The Players
That's
Championship is unbelievable. I mean, that really is the fifth major, that place. I just, the atmosphere there. Like I couldn't. It was something I never experienced. Like we had a rain delay on Friday this year. Yes, on the Friday, sorry. And I was teeing off, so I had to play 15, 16, 17, 18. And yeah, so we got that rain delay. We go back out, and this shotgun started. 7:30, horn goes off, and by the time I got to 17, it's what, 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
That you can't see the grass mounds left of 17 green. There was that many people.
Wow.
And then you teeing off 18, and like same deal. The amount of people at that time of the morning, you can't see the rough line down the right. You just see people, water, and
that's crazy.
That's
hopefully gets in the right spot.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
That's what I was going to ask you. Everybody says it's the fifth major. It's a quality golf course. It's the home of the PGA Tour. What makes it special? Is it the fans? Is it a little the course? Is it a little bit of the challenge? Because obviously it's probably a little bit non-traditional that you use some of the other courses on tour.
Yeah, I think it's just the history too of the event. I mean, you've seen, Tiger do unbelievable things around there. You saw, even recently, Justin Thomas hitting that unbelievable. I think it was a 5-iron or 4-iron or something.
Right.
Hit it in close on 16. And then you even go back further. You've got yourself. Your Freddie Couples making history there, and a fellow Aussie like your Elkingtons, and for me, and also too as a kid, I used to have the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005, I think, game I had. So like you play it on video games and you watch it, your idols play it, to as you go through, like as your kid, and you eventually get to a point like it's amazing. You get to that stage, and then you're like, oh, I'm playing it for real. And what's incredible too, what people don't understand there, the adrenaline that you get on 17, because now they've got the crazy guy in the crane behind the green. You've got the wiring back and forth from the tee, so it's like an NFL football game. You got loaded of people. So in practice, I think I remember hitting. I think on the Tuesday I hit almost like a soft 8-iron to a back flag. It was a little into the wind, and then it was always between like 9, like a soft 8, 9, and step on a wedge type thing, And then when it comes tournament, like you have so much adrenaline and it plays so much shorter. The green firms up. That top left flag there is when you got a bit of adrenaline going. It's it can be a little daunting. So it's and that's the thing too. The miss there is it can either sum up the tournament very quickly and sum up your week very quickly. We saw, we've all seen that, and
Mhm.
Very humbling.
obviously there's obviously some other destinations I really want to get to. Obviously, Augusta's one of them, and obviously all the majors, and that journey just doesn't take 5 minutes. You just got to keep working hard and
Right.
keep playing weak as you go. But yeah, no, it's there's some really cool places. I think Quail Hollow. I mean, Wells Fargo Week's always awesome. That's one of my favorite golf courses, Quail. It's like look, I haven't been to Augusta, and but my caddies worked Augusta, and a lot of people say it's like a mini Augusta. It's like
Mhm.
a little shorter version of it. It's just so pure that week, and that's. I think I would say that the last four holes are probably the hardest four stretches in golf, in my opinion. I mean, you don't want to be on a cut line on Friday afternoon playing the back nine there.
I bet.
I was thankful I didn't have to do that. So I think I was on the other side of the way. So
That's good.
you want to get that early out, that nine out early when you're when you feel momentum in the round. But oh man, it is 16, 17, 18, or 15, 16, 17, 18 even. Like, they don't hand it to you. You got to stand up and hit some shots.
Yeah, some tough holes. And I know as you were speaking of idols, you're talking about Tiger Woods and growing up playing video games. Are you kind of like, did you follow the Aussie guys being from Australia, or were you kind of
Absolutely.
like a Tiger fan, or who was your idol growing up?
Look, obviously, I've obviously root for my fellow Australians. But I mean, look, Tiger,
Right.
we will never see anything like that. Again, I mean, Tiger was when you break down his stats and you break down what that guy did for golf, it really is next to impossible. Like,
Hmm.
it's like things, like just like little tiny things, like with like putting stats and birdie counts and weeks at well number one, and the list goes on, and there's always something new that pops up, and
Hmm.
like you listen, and also too, when you're a rookie on tour, when you're out there, you question these guys who have had great careers, who have competed against Tiger, and you ask those questions. What did Tiger do? And what was his input? How would he see this situation? And you're always asking those questions. And Webb Simpson and I, we get on really, really well together. And I love hanging out with Webb, and he's obviously was played a lot with Tiger, and I had a practice round with Webb. Had a few this year, but would have been, where was I talking about? At Sony Open, at the beginning of the year, and he was talking about how Tiger used to, do like mistakes practice. So like he would, count, well, like in his rounds, like he would count how many mistakes, and how he would do that, and it's incredible. Like he's had such a strong understanding not only of his own game but the game itself, and
Hmm.
it's kind of cool to hear it from other players, because everyone's got like their own little Tiger story. Everyone's got their own, and not just Tiger too. Like, you got your other greats, your Lee Trevinos, and your Phil Mickelsons. You've got all these Hall of Fame golfers, and you're out there with guys who played every week with these guys, and you'd be an idiot if you didn't ask questions and pick brains of what these guys did, because I mean they're the face of our sport.
Hmm. And so, what you being close to Webb, but what has kind of Webb kind of told you about the tour and helped you out and mentored you over the years?
Yeah, like, I've been fortunate this year. I've gotten on well with a bunch of guys. My caddy's really close with Webb. And my caddy kind of introduced me with Webb at the start of the year, and just like little stuff with Webb, like just like how to see a golf course and how do you approach it and things